please let us know if sound doesn't work, because I'm hosting this week. Very is
How would they
off.
let you know if it doesn't work?
They can type to me, and they will, because there a lot of RPG Clinic folks will just be like, "Why aren't you saying anything? We see it lighting up." Oh my gosh, thank you so much for those bits. So I'll have
Macaroni and
everybody
cheese.
just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna have everybody just sort of say their characters' names, so that way we can double check that those audio things are coming through as well.
My character's name.
I'm sitting here waiting for Very to say something, and then I got sad.
Oh, wah wah.
Dakin, I'll actually do what you asked.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to fix things that are only in one headphone ear thing. This is beyond.
Oh, weird! I hear it too.
This is beyond my capacity. So I apologize for the discomfort. Let me jump in real quick. I need everybody here to just roll. Oh my gosh, thanks so much for those gift subs. That's really generous. Sorry. I need everybody to just roll a flat 1d20 for me, please.
Why are you only coming through?
I don't know. I simply don't know.
Well, that doesn't bode very well.
Yeah, just a flat d20.
Can I have advantage? Because that was terrible.
Nope. Okay.
Always worth a shot.
Let me just make sure I've got these jotted down. And
What? Those
we'll
mean
jump
something?
in. Yeah. I wouldn't just ask you to make a roll for no reason.
Why
No.
does my forge look different?
X to doubt.
Because there was a lot of things that got updated with the latest version of the Dungeons and Dragons mod system thingy for Forge, so it updated some things. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, but it is what it is. So some things you guys might like, some things you might not like, and that's how I feel too. Okay. Thank you for doing that extra exercise. Let's go ahead and jump into our start of session questions. What is something that stood out to you from last session? Does anybody want to jump in on that?
Our sister abandoning us in our time of need stood out to me from last session.
Abandoning is a strong word, but okay. Yeah, no, I would agree. Very going away does stand out. Dakin, do you have anything that stood out to you from last session?
I think probably the biggest standout to me was I think it is just us screaming at each other.
Yeah.
The mood was probably the sourest it has been.
Yeah. Stress is getting to you guys.
Yeah, and Dakin's usually the one to diffuse that, and there wasn't really an opportunity to do that because the thing he was trying to do to help is what he was being attacked about.
Vosti.
I don't know. Like, besides the obvious with Vey getting taken, I think it's the time jump. I think that's kind of pretty major. I think there may be some insane fallout with that when it comes to going back to town to Demeti, where 3 years have passed. Yeah, I don't think that's quite sunk in yet to realize what exactly that's going to mean for relationships and jobs and potential opportunities that have passed us up. So yeah, great. It's great. We're doing great. Everything's great. And now we have to deal with this bullshit. No, it's gonna be great. It's awesome. Remember when
It's
we had like
fine.
possibly challenging fights? Well, probably gonna have another one, and also just have a fuck ton of mental strife.
Valerius, do you have anything that stood
Yeah.
out to you from last session?
Yeah, I mean the time jump, that was the big one. The like realization, like, oh crazy, it's been a week. Wait, it's been a month? It's been 3 years? Like the progression was good.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to conceive of, so figuring out how this group meets that challenge is going to be good, I think. Do you have any predictions for this session, Alara?
I predict a lot of I just don't knows. Like,
Dakin?
like
go ahead.
character wise, just
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, I was talking to Vosti before game and just confirming that it is not an incorrect feeling that you guys are at a crossroads and there doesn't look like there's any good path to walk down. Dakin, do you have any predictions for this session?
I predict a tragic townsfolk death in the onslaught. I do not think we're getting fucking like 20 sleeping motherfuckers out of this house.
It'll be a challenge. Vosti, do you have any predictions for this session?
I think I covered them in the rant, but we're gonna let somebody down. Somebody is going to be let down, is my prediction. Somebody's going to be mad,
Yeah,
and it may be one of us.
that's a possibility. Valerius, do you have any predictions for the session?
I definitely think there's gonna be a tragic loss of life.
Okay.
I can't necessarily say who, but it's gonna happen.
Well then, I think that
On that
it's pretty
chipper note.
easy to guess. But what kind of mood is your character in, Alara?
She's in a whacked out emotional state. I mean, the time jump stuff. Vary is gone. She's worried about her sister. She doesn't know what to do about this hag situation. Every emotion that you could possibly imagine she's going through right now.
Dakin?
I think Dakin is just feeling mostly right now that he has to like lock in. He feels like he was given instructions vaguely on what he was supposed to do, and then immediately something terrible happened that doesn't really seem like what was described in my vision. So he feels like he needs to fix some semblance of what's fucked up here so that they can move forward.
Vosti?
Well, currently he's inside of the little house destroying everything that he can.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably fair to say he's angry, frustrated.
Valerius?
Stressed, frustrated.
Makes sense. Well, let's go ahead and move back to where we are. You all remain in Inamar. It is just before noon. You have returned to the suite at the Silver Flute to discover that Vary is gone. She was able to send a response back to Dakin to sort of give a somewhat confused reassurance that she's alive and safe. And you still have to figure out what is your next step. You've consulted a lot of, or considered a lot of potential options, but is there something that is a better choice, or are you just gonna let instinct go and just run towards the problem? It's kind of where you are.
Was that a rhetorical question?
Well, what are you doing now? You're aware that Vosti is inside the tiny house, and he will remain in there until you get him out, Valerius. He can't just leave on his own.
I want to go home. Yeah, get everybody out of the tiny house.
Okay. Vosti, you are ejected from the tiny house. With it.
Oh, actually, how long has it been since I put him in there to start fucking shit up?
Well, I guess I'll ask you guys, have you, like, since he has gone in there and you, like, jumped back out to, with the warning of please don't pee on my bed, have you guys done anything other than just sort of, like, sit in thought? Have you taken any, had any conversations, taken any actions, left? Anything?
I thought we already left and we were already on our way after Lexus.
That is true. You are aware that Alexis has gone in hunt of the hag. That's correct.
Because we're trying to catch up with her.
Mm-hmm. So it's been a bit. A couple of minutes.
Like 5 minutes after he goes in.
Okay.
So Vosti technically does not know yet that Lexus has ran off. That like he went in there before or after we got the letter from Madame Elise Darmont.
I believe that his hopping in, and correct me if I'm wrong.
That was
Vosti-
before.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means Vosti does not know.
No.
Okay, so like 5 minutes after he had gone in, we get the letter. He goes, "Oh no," and he's gonna bamf into the thing and just take a very quick second to see what has happened in the 5 minutes he was gone.
Let's see,
happened?
5 minutes. The living room is in shambles.
Oh shit.
All the dishes and stuff in the kitchen is shattered. Probably that island is cut in half.
Breakfast.
There. Let's see. He's probably working on one of the bedrooms.
So he'll
Whose bedroom?
Let me see.
Roll for it.
Probably this one.
Oh, Mary's right there. She's okay. See, she's.
Valerius's bedroom?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's rough.
So I bamf in, and I look around. I'm like, oh my, and then I just start hearing crashing and shit from back there. Oh fuck. Vosti.
The door's off its hinges.
Vosti.
Ah!
Hey, listen, buddy. He's like pinching like the bridge of his nose. Hey, but listen, I know this is probably a bad time.
What?
You go ahead. You're fine. I'll
He flips the bed and he chops it in midair.
bamf back out. Go back to the others. And as he comes out, his arms are crossed and he's like rubbing like his temples with one hand, and he like looks to the others.
As Vosti and Valerius come out, some of the sort of detritus of the tiny house also comes out and just piles of like shattered wood. This is very similar to what happened after Elara spent the night in there alone, where it just sort of shuffed out the stuff that it couldn't do very much with.
He's gonna need a minute, guys.
Alara just gives a knowing nod.
Yeah. What are we going to do with this situation? Let me specify. Lexus.
Alara just shrugs and shakes her head in defeat. I don't know that there's anything we can do. We don't have Veri now. She got taken somewhere. We can't really come up with a solid plan for dealing with this hag thing. I mean, I don't think anybody has given any good plans.
I have two trains of thought, and I want you to tell me if this is a bad train of thought. We could either try to head towards the cabin and see if Lexus is there already. If we get there, or on the way there we run into Lexus, I think we try to deter her from everything we can, with everything we can from continuing on. Very clearly, if we can try to get her to not do something fucking stupid, I think that should be the goal. If she's already there and has either A, gotten herself killed or gotten herself captured, I don't necessarily think we have the facilities at the moment to try to deal with that. It's a shitty thing to say. But I don't
disagree.
think we can deal with it.
At
least not at this moment. Kind of looks to Dakin.
So you just want to leave her to do what she's gonna do?
No, I just don't think we should rush in. I'm just saying I don't think we should rush in.
She put us down there.
I know.
She took 3 years from your family. And she laughed in your face about it.
We can't just rush in there.
I'm not saying we have to rush in there, but I don't think that we can just leave her to do this to the rest of the people here.
I'm not talking about leaving and just fucking off entirely. I'm talking about taking the time to figure something out. I mean, we have to tell somebody at this point. This is no longer, I think, we can deal with it. With Veri, I was semi-confident that we could come up with something, like what we were told, be sneaky, be tricksy, whatever. Now, it's not that I don't think we couldn't come up with something, but being down one person.
What do you suggest we do?
Did you say that to Dakin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that it's the right move, but I think it would be possible for us to defeat her if we could get those people out of there.
Agree. It's kind of what we were talking about before Veri vanished, was that if we can draw away her source of power as well as drawing out any possible collateral, we could see what we could do, but how do we get them out of there?
Wake everybody up at the same time without killing them.
How do you think we do that? Like a loud noise, throwing a fucking firework into the window? I don't mean that as a mocking or anything. I just genuinely am.
I have that one ability I could do, perhaps, depending on how she's enthralled them. I might be able to give them a chance to break free of their own will, but it's not a guarantee. Technically, every one of them could stay asleep. And we have this, and he just pulls out and sort of unfurls the protection scroll of protection from Faye he picked up the other day.
And what exactly does that do?
If she is the way I think she is, it'll make an area of protection against her where she won't be able to affect us on the inside. She can break it, but she has to force her way through.
For my own knowledge, when we were fighting the vampire and the room was silenced, did one of us do that or did they do that?
I did
Kraken
that.
did that.
Okay. I mean, if worst comes to worst, you could do what you did again.
Yeah.
We were fighting the brine vampire.
I don't really quite understand how magic works a lot, but you did a lot of that today, sending all those messages back and forth to people, right?
No. I had a slot replenished by Vosti, and then Egrin did most of the messaging to me.
Because didn't you talk to Mom a couple times?
She responded to me.
Because the first time we
So
asked
I'm
you...
down a slot still, but I got a slot back and I gave myself a slot back. So I'm down 1/3 level spell slot from the 3 communications we
Yeah.
did.
He was down 2. I gave him 1 back, and then the 3rd communication was Egrin's doing.
I think I also used. No, never mind. Ignore me.
You did something.
I thought I did something else, but no, I used one of my harness divine power.
Yeah.
Channel divinity.
Yeah.
I thought I had used a spell slot.
So I technically should have no 3rd levels, but I have 2 out of 3, and I could give myself 1.
Do we really think that if we could wake them all up, we could take her? Don't get me wrong, if that's what we decide to do, I'll march in with you. I'll be the first one through the door, but
I don't personally believe she's any more powerful than Lord Ichthys in terms of raw fighting capability. I think her danger is whatever dream things she can do.
if we limit her power for her dream things, then that kind of puts her on our level. Is there anyone in town we think that would be willing to come with us? A sellsword? Do we know anybody?
But that's just adding more fuel to her fire. We take one more person to her that she could put to sleep and make dream. So
Yeah.
unless there's any more people like me that she can't make dream,
Theoretically speaking, she could get any 3 of us. Not
Yeah.
including you, but, I mean, it's... So it's a risk regardless, but is it a risk that we want to weigh in our favor, or a risk we want to weigh in her favor?
I mean, we don't even know that what Dax is talking about and waking everybody up is going to work.
Yeah, we don't.
Agreed?
We're banking this on a lot of mights and maybes.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had anything else really this whole time. I don't think anything we've done has been guaranteed.
Pull Vosti into this, but I don't know if he's necessarily in the right headspace right now. I mean, the inside is fucking turned inside out.
I believe he's going to want to fight.
I think he is too. Let me ask you this then. If we go in, or I go in and I tell Vosti, here's the impasse we're at, and he says, no, we're gonna go fucking cut it in half, and he's hell-bent on that. Is everyone ready for that? Or should we really try to bring him down if that's where he's at mentally?
I'm prepared to do what needs to be done.
Looks to Alara.
She just shrugs.
Okay. I will click my heels together. There's no place like home.
Maybe you should
Oh,
get him together.
wait, say that again?
Maybe the two of you should get him together.
Saying that to me and Alara.
Yeah.
To Alara to see if she's game.
Yeah, that's her brother. She's down.
Puts her hand on her shoulder, clicks his heels. They go inside.
As soon as they vanish into the house, Dax is gonna kneel in front of the fireplace in the room, take out a spare pair of boots he has, and ritually cast divination.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's come. I like that. Let's come back to that.
How long has it been?
However long that conversation was. A couple, like 2
6
minutes,
or
2-3
7
minutes.
This is
Altogether.
varies, right?
Yeah.
No, wait.
No, that's
No, that's
Alara's.
my room.
This is varies.
This is Varys.
Yes.
She
Oh,
has
the black one?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's destroyed Alara's room at this point. Oh, I can't move around. Oh, never mind. I can't. I just have to go through the door.
Mhm.
So Alara's room is destroyed, and I'll say he's probably in his room. I think this is mine.
Yes.
Yeah, and Dakin's the brown. Yeah, so he's destroying his room currently. I say fuck it. I've destroyed all the rooms, and he's just sitting at the table.
So you would hear us bamf in.
You'd see him. The axe would be laid across the table. No, it's lodged into the center of the table. The chairs are broken except for the one that he's sitting in, but the back is ripped off. And there's kind of a violet glow coming from around his head and his shoulders, and you see these markings that are sort of slow, like bright violet, but now slowly fading down as he's sort of huffing and breathing really heavily. And some of the lines look like flowers and intricate designs that are around them, like the stems twirling around, that look very close or almost exact to some tattoos of a certain someone, and they're just fading as he's breathing heavily.
As we kind of bamf in and look around, Valerius would exactly what Alara just did. Walk up to the table, walk around, and kind of both hands as he leans and kind of just looks over him. You good?
I've been better.
Where are his hands at the moment?
Probably outstretched along the table, like out front, straight arm.
Alara will take one of her hands and put it on his and just sit there quietly.
You'd probably feel him loosen a little bit, not be so tense.
So we've gotten some more news.
Oh, good.
She squeezes his hand.
Well, to the outside eye, it's not great, but in the grand scheme of all of our issues, it's not necessarily the most important thing, but it's not amazing.
Is it about Vay?
No. Remember Lexus? We ran into her out in the street.
Yes.
Apparently, Madame Elise got a letter from her saying that she was going to try to go figure out what happened and confront this person in the woods. So she has run off to do that. I don't think she necessarily knows where she's going. So that might buy us some time, but we're trying to figure out how to deal with that. And right now the two thoughts are we try to intercept her before she gets there and get her to stop. Or the other is that we might just have to try to face her head on before we made any decisions or anything.
Have you
we had to talk
forgotten?
to you. Nope, that's why I'm here talking to you.
What are we doing about our sister?
I don't know what else we can do. I don't know what we can do.
Do you have any idea?
He just kind of shake his head like a genuine, he doesn't know kind of where to go with that. Outside of what Dakin did to speak with her, I have no means of checking in on her. I have no frame of reference to know what happened.
Do we know if there are any ways to track magic?
I mean, I'm sure they are. Here, let me go get Dakin. And he'll walk back over to the kind of like the center and.
Let's leave here.
Okay.
This is a disaster, and I'm sorry. I did not pee in your bed.
Fine. It'll be fine.
I peed in his.
That's. We're not gonna tell him that one.
He grins a little and winks.
And then he.
And you're not quite sure if he's just kidding, or if he's just like.
I bamf us out. So we all pop out. Yeah.
While they were in there, you were casting divination on your boots.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I think he sits down, he takes out and sort of wipes off this pair of like spare, just kind of plain traveling boots. And he kneels in front of the fire. And he'll just throw the boots in. And as they start to crackle and misshape,
What is the question that you ask, or what's the question that's in your mind?
Wanderer, am I leading them to their death? Can we succeed?
You smell road dust. It's got like this particular sort of dryness to it that kind of feels like it's sticking to your nostrils when you inhale. It's that kind of scent. And then you hear, "Oh, Dakin, you know every road leads to death. That's the reward, is the rest at the end. But you will experience many successes along the way. The more challenging, the better the success. That scent kind of fades away. You hear like sort of the warping of magic behind you that's familiar.
He stands and turns to face them.
Thought we'd pull you into this conversation, not have to keep going back and forth. Vosti had a question in regards to magic, one that I can't necessarily answer.
Are you aware of any way to track magic, or any means of a way that we can find out where she's gone to? And if it's not you, then someone, maybe we could ask.
The only person in this current situation that I think you could ask who could legitimately give you an answer, Vosti, is the woman we're trying to kill.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I think Vosti.
I can't see dreams. I can't look. I don't have a magic cauldron. All I can do is look at the marks that whatever transported her left on the ground. I can't smell planar magic. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do to find her if she won't tell me where she is.
You can
I
make
think-
an Arcana check.
Okay.
Any way I could help him?
You can also make an Arcana check.
Sure.
Big.
Big.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that that's true. There might be a spell that could assist, but you don't know what it is. You're not powerful enough to cast anything.
Yeah, I just.
Could it possibly be something that we can ask Naira?
She could have something, a crystal ball, I don't know, something like that might be able to look and see where she is. But even if we can see it, Vosti, I don't know how we get there.
Well, yes, one problem at a time. I think the first thing that I'd really love to know is that she's safe.
She
I
said
think-
to me in her own words that she was safe and that she would not be harmed. She
Oh,
seemed
she
on-
said
I-
that.
She said that she was safe but could not return.
Oh, I wasn't aware. We hadn't gotten that far in the briefing inside there. By the way, your bed is spotless. Nothing's wrong with it whatsoever.
I'm not sleeping there tonight.
It's all right. I think it resets after we leave.
You don't know that.
If she said that she's safe, then the only thing we can do is believe her. So I feel a little more confident that we don't need to pursue that as of now. I still would really love to know where she is and who fucking took her there.
I agree, but I think you said it perfect. One problem at a time.
As for
Tomorrow-
this Lexus,
Yeah, he rubs his fucking brow again the minute he brings up Lexus.
I'm half a mind to just say fuck this town, fuck the people in it, if that's one of them that runs off. But at the same time,
Okay,
that is someone.
in her defense, she's running after someone she loves and
That's
cares
what I was
about,
gonna
and
say.
we're ready
was
to
also
run
Of
off
course.
and go
Yes,
get.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're ready to run off and go get Vary. So in her defense,
And I
Well-
technically lied to her. I told her I would bring back word of Minnow to her within 5 days, and she waited
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Well,
we told her it'd be a month.
well-
Well, we told her it'd be a few days. It's been a month. We
It's
found
not
in
her
our
shit wrong.
defense, it's just been a day. In
I
our
understand.
defense, it's just been a day.
It's a lot of defending.
To her, it wasn't.
Perspective, not perception. You know.
There was also
And-
alcohol involved.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I have
She's
you
probably been drinking since that month. So
Well, she reeked
yeah. I mean, she was literally.
earlier when we
Yeah.
saw her. Most likely we could catch up to her. The problem is what to do after that.
This is gonna sound really fucked up. I'll punch her in the mouth to knock her
Well,
out.
no,
and,
I mean-
and just get her back. I mean,
Of course that, but I'm talking about how we're going to deal with the hag.
Oh, we've got a lot of mights and maybes going on around here. We might be able to wake all of the people up. Maybe we can defend her from attacking all of us in this bubble shield thing. Maybe
Hmm.
we can do something. I think this is a bad idea. I'll go if everybody decides to go, but I think this is a bad idea.
Talk to me about this bubble thing. Can we fight from out of it?
Yes,
Alara
it-
looks at Dax.
From my understanding, it won't affect us in any way.
But she can't touch us while we're inside of it.
She won't be able to enter its range, and she won't be able to affect us with anything until she physically surpasses the barrier.
Here is okay. So what are the conditions that she could possibly pass the barrier?
She just has to break through it with her force of will. It's just a magical barrier protecting against. It's like a low-level magic circle. It's only designed to keep hags out instead of fiends, things like that. And I can't bring it back up once she has surpassed it. It's a temporary measure.
Ooh.
Technically, it could never break, but
That's if we're lucky. In a sense.
Val mentioned maybe doing what he did to Lord Ichthys with the quietness bubble thing.
That was something because Dakin had said it perfectly that when it comes to, as far as we're aware, the big thing that's going to get us into trouble with her is her abilities of the dreaming magic, whatever she has. If that's something we could potentially negate, then that sort of starts to put her back on our level. Here's my thing with the bubble I want to say before I lose track of it in my mind is I am not really somebody that can fight at a distance. If you all or those that can use range need to stay in the bubble, or if I can just pop out of the bubble, pop back in, I don't know how that works. I have to be kind of up in her face, or I'm pretty much just spinning wheels.
I'm indifferent on whether I'm up close or far away.
you could be like at the front of the bubble attacking her, and I can be behind you.
Is there anything that's stopping me from coming in and out of the bubble?
Nope.
Could I walk
Unless
out,
you're secretly
stab?
been a fae and you've been lying to us.
Not that I know
But
of.
you are sort of one of a set of three, so I think we'd know.
Roll
Okay.
deception. I'm kidding.
Shit. My fairy wings disappear back into no. Okay, well then that eases that a little better. Then that's starting to. So I mean,
That's
so let's
something.
look at this logistically then. Do we get to where all the people are, create this circle, and then create basically like a front to guard? Do we try to wake them up, get them out, and then we attack? That's kind of what I'm.
I'm not sure we'll be able to get them out. Maybe her,
Maybe not. Yeah.
and then we just flee. But then what's to stop her from coming back to this town and doing it all over again when we're gone?
I think, and I speak very sternly about this, is the only way that we prevent this from happening again is, and he kind of like puts his hand up to, like his thumb up to his throat and just kind of like across. There were like 24 people in there or something like that. People have been going missing. We can't just let that.
Not only
Go.
do we not know how long they've been there, but we don't even know where these people are from and how much of their lives they've just lost. They could have been put to sleep by her 2 months ago, and now it's a year, 2 years in the future, and their fucking kid's dead.
Yeah.
We have no idea what has happened to these people, where they've been taken from. We have no idea if she's had some of them for years.
And I can't willingly walk away knowing that could potentially keep happening.
This fight most assuredly will not go our way unless we are prepared. We need to know way more information. Supposedly, if we wake these dreamers, it makes them, or makes her, weaker. But there's got to be more.
I mean, what did who was it? Was it Egrin that said it to Dakin? Yeah, it was Egrin. According to Dakin, Egrin had said, "Try to be tricksy, but we're going on a very unorthodox route here." I mean, unless we could trick her into putting herself into a way more more disadvantageous position and then we pounce. I don't think there's... I mean, unless anyone has any really good ideas that we haven't thought of yet, or we come up with something, I don't necessarily know if we're going to get out of this without getting into a scrap.
Stop me if this is extremely stupid and too shallow of a deception to work, but is it possible we could just walk in there, ask her to find your sister for us, and then when she casts the spell, we fucking all stab her?
I mean, there's a number of things that we could do like that. She did offer to us if we ever wanted another fortune or another dream interpretation to come and see her at her cabin. Now, granted, that was probably her trying to lure us out, but...
Yeah, I think as soon as we go there alone, she's just going to put one of us to nap time, and...
I don't think we have to go alone, but I think
No,
we could
but I
go
think
under there
that's-
under that pretense.
That's her point, is she just
Yeah.
asks people to come to her cabin for a sweet little visit, and then they go nap time for months.
I don't think necessarily that's a bad idea. I also don't necessarily think... Because my first initial hesitation was, well, maybe we don't want to tell her that Veri isn't with us. But then again, is that... I mean, does she gain anything? Do we lose anything? Any upper hand if she knows that we're trying to find our sister?
She's not going to tell us anything until we make a deal of some sort with her, and then we're going to be beholden to a deal with a hag.
Well, maybe not necessarily. The only reason we were there and the deal came up is because we wanted to try to get Minnow out of there. The whole reason she spoke about a deal is like, well, I'm not going to give up one of mine unless you give me something. If we just make it out like we kind of just don't care and let her, in her mind, that we're just going to let her do what we want and we're there for our own reasons, I don't think she's necessarily going to make us make any sort of deal.
She's not going to cast this spell or do anything to help us without getting something out of it. There is absolutely no way. Hey, can you tell us where our sister
Well,
is?
no, but...
Oh, sure, out of the goodness of my heart, let me do this for you for free.
No, but it could be something
Heck
as
no.
simple as payment. She was doing fortunes and whatnot for coin at the thing, at the festival. I mean, again, this is all kind of hypothetical. We don't know what she's gonna want, but we could just say, hey, what would you charge for this? If she says, oh, let's make a deal, then, you know, obviously we cut the head off of that snake, but... I don't disagree. I don't think she's gonna do it out of the goodness of her heart, but I don't know if she'll jump straight to deal. But I get what you're saying. We really don't know what's going to happen until we get there and we're, you know, boots on the ground, essentially. But
Have we gone to Naira yet? Asking about the hag. I couldn't remember.
No.
She was one of the first people that we spoke to. Yeah, because Naira was suggesting that we give her something of value.
That's right. Yeah.
And yeah, we did talk to Naira about it, and basically she didn't have much helpful information either.
She
That's
basically
right.
insinuated we could just give her the pearl and she'd do whatever we wanted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I don't really like that either.
Did she specifically insinuate the pearl?
Well, she heavily give them something of power, something very.
Does Naira know we
don't-
have the pearl?
No, but I mean,
I'm not saying that she
was
couldn't have
just
figured it
saying-
out, but
She was just saying give her something of great power and value. That is the only thing of great power and value that we've got.
that we've got. Yeah.
Unless she knows something more about Abby.
I mean, we also did talk about needing to destroy an evil artifact.
Yeah.
And that's why we
She
couldn't
definitely
sell the
knows-
feathers.
I think Naira's smart enough to understand that it was the pearl we were talking about.
Probably.
When we
honestly.
specifically bring up the 3 ways we could have destroyed it, and it's a specific artifact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fair.
But yeah, as far as dealing with the hag, she didn't her quote unquote helpful information, don't fall asleep around her, avoid direct confrontation. Those were the 2 things that Naira told us. And that it's a dusk hag. That's what she told us.
Do you think maybe that could be a point of strength for us then? The fact that she
What?
might not be expecting us to full-on confront her. I mean, she's pretty cocky. She straight up let us in, showed us her dreamers was in her true form. She didn't try to hide it when we were at her place. She let us leave. I mean, she might think her shit doesn't stink. Maybe she's banking on us to actually try to make a deal. Maybe she's thinking we're not confident that we could fight her, and maybe that might be her Achilles heel. Maybe she thinks that no one has the gall to flat out attack her, and that's where we actually get the jump on her. Is there a chance we could catch her unprepared?
I don't know how we would catch her unprepared. I mean, even Skivrox, completely invisible, she knew exactly that Skivrox was there. I don't know how we would get the drop on her.
Well, maybe not necessarily in a clandestine manner. Maybe more like... I don't know if I'm explaining this the right way. I don't know, somehow getting into a false sense of security, like Dakin was saying, with the whole trying to get her to do something for us, like a spell or whatever, and then while she has a moment of distraction, gank her.
We really don't know until we get there and try whatever it is that we decide we're gonna do.
Next to Dakin and Vosti. See if they have anything they want to add, or...
Didn't Egrin mention that 2 ways of dealing with her was to obliterate her dwelling or poison the dreams of the dreamers?
Yes.
Yes.
We were talking a little bit right before Very disappeared about possible ways we could poison the dreams of the dreamers. I don't have anything. I thought I might have had something, but I don't. So if we could think of ways to do that, that would probably be huge.
It could also just be simply we wake them up and make
But
her
that's-
weaker.
Yeah.
But then she could possibly put them back to sleep. I'm not sure how deep that sleep is.
Yeah, I don't think really any of us know.
Where's Skivrox?
Skivrox is laying on the couch, like, sort of planked out, face down, like sniveling a little bit, and there's like a growing puddle of tears on the cushion underneath his face.
Skivvy.
Yes.
Stand up.
And he like gets up onto his hands and knees and then like turns and like wiggles his butt as he like tries to stretch his little legs off the edge of the couch and finally like makes the drop and then turns around and his like hands are almost at his knees. He's slouching so much and just sniffling.
Stand up. This is no time to cry.
I lost her.
We all lost her. Well, we're not sure if we lost her. She's not here. We will get her back. But you do not help us or her by acting that way right now.
Oh.
That's coming from a person that just went to a tiny house and destroyed everything inside of it. I know, but learn from my mistakes.
Oh.
That's not to say destroy things. Don't do that. Anyways, Skivrox, we might need your help.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
How many times can you go invisible?
As much as I want to.
As much.
Yeah.
Are you able to be silent when you do that?
If I tiptoe or fly.
All right, listen. We may need you to do some reconnaissance.
Oh.
But last time you did reconnaissance, you weren't so sneaky. And I feel like your
what?
heart wasn't into it.
But it's not because of my heart, Mr. Vosti. It's because she's got true sight. Her big old hag eyes see through everything.
Does that mean she can see through walls?
No, she could see through illusions. And invincibility?
Because you see through darkness.
Yes.
Hmm.
What if we
Magical
lure?
darkness.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant, and I think that's what he meant too.
What if we lure her outside and Skivrox in his invisibleness is in
Yes.
the house waking people up
Yes.
and sneaks them out the back door?
Yep. The old okey doke. I'm wondering if that's what we do, and then we weaken her. We could possibly lead them out as quickly and quietly. Oh, what if she's got traps? I mean, at that point, the fight is on anyways. And he
How-
could just continue to wake them up while we fight her outside.
How big was this cabin? Like, it wasn't like a 2-story or whatever. It was just kind of like a 1-bedroom or like a 1-room shack, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was kind of like this sort of. It was squarish, roundish, a squoval, and maybe like a 25 by 25 foot space altogether, and it had a lot of it was taken up by bunk beds.
What if we did a little bit of column A and column B? What if we go with what you said, having lure her out, having Girox go and try to wake them up, try to get them out, and if he's able to, this is banking on if he's able to, it would weaken her, and then have him set the place on fire on his way out.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. But that also
Gives
is
her a place she can't retreat into.
it's a lot of
It's a lot of moving
things
parts.
that he would have to do. Yes, and we'd have to occupy her the entire time. Unless it's truly just as we fight her, he is waking them up and then sets her house
That-
on fire.
That was also going to be what I was just about to say. It would be the last thing we want to do, because we would be starting the fight with her at her hypothetical strongest. But if midway through she weakens, even if by a little bit, that would still be in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
We would
And
just
we
have
could
to
have-
hold the fort.
We could use Dakin's strategy,
Oh, the bubble.
the bubble, as a way to withstand the beginning. Hopefully, most of it. And we just have to pray that we are mighty in our fight, that we're not unlucky, that our aim is true. Other than that, there are scrolls of protection that I saw in the store against Fae.
That's the bubble, Toasty.
That's the bubble he's talking about.
Can't we all use that then?
We could buy more.
We
Yes,
could buy more.
we should buy as many as we can.
I think we should
We've
have
got
one each.
1,000 gold.
Speaking of which, I was gonna say this before game, but I forgot. Gwen, in the store, it says that in one of the stores there are 5 potions of superior healing, but they're marked as for 0 gold, and I have a feeling that ain't right.
That
So
is incorrect.
yeah,
Me-
so
I don't know. That's like
So I
whenever
was
you go
gonna-
into a store and it's marked wrong and you said, sorry, you advertised it and they have to honor the price tag.
There's no price on it. That means it's free.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
walking
I
out of
guess
this bitch with
one's free.
it. I guess this is my
Because we have-
lucky day.
because in the bag we have the party funds of 1,349 gold pieces, but there's also 5 just regular potions of healing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should go pick up those health potions, and we should get a couple more scrolls so we each have one. Because if, gods forbid, she gets through one of them, then we have some redundancies. And I think we could afford at least the scrolls, because they were only 180 gold apiece, and we could very easily pay for that.
Agreed.
And
So
We
that-
buy as
again,
many scrolls as we can, as many health potions as we can.
and again, I know I mentioned it last time and it was kind of shot down, but don't forget we have that 1,000 gold credit, and it's
do.
only good in this town. So I mean,
Is it
wherever
only good
we're
in
gonna-
Naira's?
No, it was
No,
just
no,
in
in
the
the
town.
town.
the whole
In
town.
the town.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was
So-
shot down. I think it ended up kind of weirdly getting looked
Well,
over.
it
I mean,
was
is there
more
any...
Well,
about
because
we should
they-
use our. It was more about use our
yeah.
gold because it was more about use our gold instead and save the credit for something else. But I mean, really, what else?
Well, if we do some math, and we can handle just using. I mean, yeah, fuck it. It's the same thing. You just use our credit up, and then we'll dip into our group funds, and then possibly I mean, I've got 600 gold, so
Yeah,
it's not
I've-
like
Yeah,
I'm
I have
hurting.
755.
Yeah, we're fine.
Now, personally, I have been trying to save up for plate armor, but
well,
it
we
wouldn't
may
be hard to
get-
get that back up. You know, I'm okay with spending money to save all these people than for a personal thing, so I'm not really too concerned about that.
we could also tell the shop owner that's exactly what we're using this for, and maybe we can get a discount. I know they've got to make money, but I mean, let's be fucking honest. We're saving this town, I don't know what, third time?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so outside of the shopping we need to go do. The plan, hesitantly if it works, to try to find a way to lure her outside of the cabin. While we're luring her outside, whether we distract her or we initiate a fight with her, Skivrox is going in trying to get as many people out, waking them up if he can. In our fight with her, we're using the bubbles to withstand the beginnings of her power long enough to weaken her to then try to finish her off. Roughly. It's very simplified, I know, but is that kind of what we're all thinking?
I think that's the basics. And then possibly before we do any of that, we ask if anyone in the town wants to come and help? Maybe?
We did... I mentioned that before I came in and grabbed you. Or I think I did. And Laura brought up the point where we could potentially be bringing a lamb to slaughter, because if she can knock them out and make them start dreaming...
I think
She
the
could
only
make us
person,
Well, yeah, that was the...
the only
argument.
people potentially worth bringing, I think, are Graves or
Barathis, maybe.
maybe Barathis the Tall. Yeah.
Or both? ¿Por qué los dos?
Okay.
¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? Can you send a message to Graves? Or was that
I'm-
taking up too much?
I don't think we should do that. I think it'd be better to just quickly try and find him if we can.
Okay. Let's do
Have
this.
we seen Graves since we've been here, or is he back in
I don't think so.
the
He's in
town with?
Okuba.
Oh my god.
Oh
they're
shit!
five
Holy shit!
on.
Wait, he's in Okuba. Oh my god! I'm thinking of fucking Risk, and she fucked off. Shit, he's not here. Yeah, no, it's just Barathis. He's like the only person really of
How long would it take from Akuba to here?
too long.
Oh, fuck.
And he might die on the road. We don't even know the state of it.
God, I hope he doesn't die just traveling on a road.
Well, if it's been 5 months out there, there could be a bandit group that set up a whole checkpoint on the road that no one knows exists.
That's true. Wonder what those guards are up to. Okay, let's go find Barathis.
I'm going to go do us our shopping. So do we want me to try... At the very least, because the potions are going to be very expensive. So I think the scrolls might be the first and foremost. So if we're going to get one for each of us, that's what, 3 of us? 4?
Well, there's
I
4
already have
total.
3.
He's
'cause
got
Dax
so 3
already
more.
has one.
3 more. So that would be 200... No, hold on. That'd be 540 gold at the price that I remember them being at. And the potions are around 500. We don't
Total
have
or
enough to
each?
get one for everyone, I don't think. Well,
500 each?
yes, they're
For the
500
big
each.
potions, yeah.
It's
They're
only the
big.
superior left.
Yes, they're 5. Well, there's also, I think, a handful of regular ones, but those ones are kind of wimpy. I mean, they're useful, but we also already have 5 of those.
We do? I don't.
Yes.
Can
They're
I
in the
have
bag.
one? Oh,
They're in the bag. I've been saying they've been in there for a while. No one's
Oh.
grabbed any.
we should
they're
probably wait. What?
very-
Where? The bag? What are you talking about?
The
We
group
had-
bag.
And Splooey. What?
Party inventory.
Yeah, the
Where do you-
party
where's
Bags of
that?
holding.
The 3 little
On
men
the-
stacked up in the.
Far
your
left.
far left bar, right above the
Oh.
little
Yes,
three.
And then
shows
it's
our party
also
goal. 5.
in the bar at the top of your character sheet. There's also a party inventory button.
Not mine. I have weird sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How to take? What is that? What is going on?
Someone's
I'm splitting them so that you can just take.
one.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
You could literally just drag it onto your sheet.
Screen.
Whoa. Can I do it on 2 monitors or do I have to do that on?
Should be
Yeah.
able to.
I'm just gonna.
I think.
What do I?
You might not be able to drag it from one monitor
It might not
to the other.
work with
I don't know.
pop out.
It's not pop out. It's just. Let me just open my.
So okay. So are we okay with taking 540 gold from the party funds to get the scrolls for us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that would leave us with 800 gold, 809 gold in the party fund. That means we could get 1 potion from those funds, and I could get another one from mine because I have 600 something or 700.
Don't
gold.
forget, we could get 2 potions for our credit.
Could. Is that what we want to blow it on?
It's possible we could just buy something to actually use in the fight from Naira, but I'm just saying it's.
Naira runs crystalline curios, right?
Yes.
Correct.
I don't remember her having anything off the top of my head that necessarily jumped out at us. Does anyone else?
I mean, I feel like if she did have something, she would have told us when we told her what we were doing.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
just really
Asked if
tried to get me
she-
to buy that magic parrot hat that lets you
Yes.
fly and stuff, which seemed
It
good, but
gives
it's
you
expensive.
a drunken parrot.
Yeah.
That's not
And
really
fly in
bad.
calm emotions.
Yeah, I mean a lot of it was that. I
And
just
it
didn't
also
think we
lets
had enough.
you reroll ones on a ability check or saving throw. If you were drunk or acting funny.
Mhm.
Okay. Say again how much the scrolls would be.
Scrolls would be 540 gold. So our 1349 that we have in the party funds minus that would bring us to 809 gold.
And then 500 for 1 superior.
For 1 superior potion, there are 5 in there.
I mean, yeah, let's just use the credit to buy 2. We could hell, we could buy 3. Hell, we could buy 4 because I've got 600 fucking gold.
Well, that's the thing. It's just, do we want to use the credit on that? I'm okay with it.
I think it's
I
smart
think it's for a good cause.
because we might fucking die
yes.
if we take 3 superior
Do we
potions.
talk to Naira and see if there's any way she would cut us a deal on any of this
Oh,
at all?
absolutely.
Because
Oh,
we're
yes,
about
this
to
is-
drop.
No, we're doing
Yes.
that 100%, but this is just doing math if it's not a discount.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's do that then. Let's go talk to Naira.
See if what kind of deal you can get out of 4 superior potions because
Oh, am I just
potentially we
going?
can
Okay,
squeeze that
that's fine.
I'll
fucking
go.
fruit.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
I thought
I'm
we were
gonna
all
go
going
look for
together. It doesn't matter
Barathas.
regardless. Okay.
I'm
alright,
looking for
Alara will go
Barathas.
with me then. Dakin, are you gonna go with Vosti?
Yes, just in case.
Okay. All right. Then. All right, and break, and we.
Okay. So some of you are going to Naira's, and let's go ahead and we'll start there with her.
How long has it been since we were just here?
Like
maybe
an
half
hour and a half, maybe, like all together, because you guys actually had a fairly long conversation just now. But it's been.
I'm hoping Lexi is absolutely blitzed and is just stumbling between trees.
I hope she just went like the wrong direction. and
She's gone in
just
a
going to the
complete
wood-
circle.
Yeah.
She's just like passed out drunk behind the stable and wrote the letter and then got too drunk to go.
Yeah. Okay. So we walk in. Hello, Naira.
Yes.
Hello. Hey, us again.
Mm.
So we've had some conversation. and we think we're gonna go fight the hag.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So, given that we are, kind of trying to do a real good service to this town here to bring back some people that, have been going missing and whatnot, we have some things that we would like to purchase, and we're wondering if you could help us out with a deal on such.
What is it that you're after purchasing?
Specifically, the Oh, Naira isn't the one with the fucking potions. God damn it. The potions are from Gearworks.
Oh no.
What again did you say you had that might be beneficial here? It's okay, because I realized that there was something else I was gonna look at. Can you describe some of the items that you have again?
Just describe them to you? Well, all right. I have a number of things, but you're trying to fight a hag. I have a protection from death potion if you've got 2,500 gold.
What I know it's kind of self-evident in the name, but what exactly does that mean? Protection from death.
Well, if anything, a magical spell, an attack from a weapon, falling, something should cause you to die, you're instead just nearly dead.
Okay.
It's effectively, rather than going to 0 points, you go to 1 hit point instead.
Okay.
And then,
All right.
when you drink that, it's effective for an hour. So
Okay.
don't die 61 minutes later.
True.
I've got. If you're planning on fighting her, I suppose I could. I've got some potions of feral instinct, which just makes you act a little bit more quickly. It gives you advantage on your initiative rolls.
What are these over here on this shelf? These blessed bindings.
Well, some of your allies wear those, but they're basically they give you resistance from a particular type of damage. You can attune them to a particular type, and then if you also have to, if you're attacked by an undead or a fiend, then your ability to resist that and make the save is a little bit stronger.
Think that'd be useful against a fae
Well,
in any way?
no, it depends on what type of fae. I mean,
A hag?
being resistant against psychic damage could be useful against a fae, I suppose.
Okay. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, alright.
Let's see. If your caster is about, I do have a wand that would make her spells a little bit more powerful.
I think she passed it up the first time, so I'm not gonna make a purchase for her.
I do have this shroud, which may not be particularly useful depending on the hag, but they usually have true sight. But it allows you, so if you become discovered or are perceived, perhaps you kick a jingle bell or something and they know that you're around, you can activate the shroud in reaction to being noticed, and then the creature has to overcome their sort of chaos in their mind, overcome their wisdom telling them one thing and you trying to convince them of another. And if they fail to do so, they cannot perceive you in any way for a minute, and they forget that they did perceive you in the first place.
How much would that might be?
Oh, this? It's not too much. It's 1,100 gold.
Would you be willing? First off, looks to Alara to see if... What do you think? That kind of sounds cool,
Yeah.
given what we've spoken of.
Yeah, but if we give it to somebody, never mind. And then she just shuts up and
No, go
Let's-
ahead.
in his head, he hears Alara say, yeah, we better not give it to somebody. And then they get out of Dodge and then they take the cloak with them. Because Vary has the other cloak that we just got and it's with her now.
Can I respond to her in her head, or can I just,
Yeah,
do I just
yeah.
hear her?
Yeah.
I was thinking we just give it to one of us.
She just face palms and turns around.
I also
lost
have an
here.
amulet of health, which just peps up your constitution really high.
Interesting.
How much?
1100.
Fuck.
These pigeons come in and they're just so noisy.
I hate birds.
Oh, I have this because you have a barbarian in your midst. This little trinket. If he should choose to submit to one of his violent rages, it grants him immunity to being frightened or charmed, which could be useful, as well as resistance, of course, to not just bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, but also cold damage. And when he's raging, if he's using a weapon, it does additional fire damage.
How much does that one?
Oh, it's just 1,500.
Oh, just. Right. Okay.
And I mean, there is a little bit of a flaw to it. If for some reason he cannot attack a creature when it's his turn to attack, I guess, then he instead takes fire damage that can't be resisted. But it just keeps going, and he just has to keep attacking things and attacking things. He can't just, like, calm himself down, though. He has to get a control of his wits. And if he fails to get control of his wits, then he also takes some fire damage from that as well. It's a dangerous little trinket, but it can be quite useful.
Wait, hold on. Above table.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't end the effect. The way I end it is if I do like a
You have to
wisdom.
make a
save
wisdom
or something?
saving throw with a difficulty challenge of 17.
Holy.
Which you can attempt as a free action on your turn. So when it's
So
your turn,
it
you
doesn't-
can try that. But if you fail that saving throw, then you take 2d6 fire damage that you can't resist.
2D, how much?
6.
Not bad.
Mhm.
Not bad at all, actually.
And then if you can't attack a creature by the end of your turn, then it's 3d6 fire damage that you take for failing to adhere.
Right.
Meaning
Still
also,
not that bad.
if within the minute that this rage is lasting for this particular item, if you run out of enemies to attack and you can't get out your wisdom save, then you're either taking a whole bunch of damage on yourself or for the remainder of those turns, or having to make this wisdom save.
Yeah, we're talking about 6 to 12 points of damage, though. In a pool
But-
of 100 and but
If it's all, I'm just gonna say, if it's all of the enemies are gone and only your allies are available to you, if you try to save against that rage to make it end and you fail, and then you also don't attack a creature, then you're taking 5d6 altogether for that round.
okay, not as great.
It's a tough little item. Can be good if you've got a good wisdom, which it's not like you don't.
I do have a good one.
Mhm.
That's 1,500.
Yeah.
We might be back, Naira. We have a couple other stops to make where you've put some ideas in some
Well,
heads.
I'm closing up at a hard stop at 4 p.m. because you all keep interrupting my naps. I finally got some sleep this past month, but then,
What
well,
time is it?
it's 1.
Oh,
We'll be back before you close up.
Well, we'll
Potentially.
see.
Okay. Turns
Alright.
and heads out and looks to Alara. I forgot the potions were somewhere else. And so are the fucking scrolls.
It's all right. We'll get there.
What were you? Now that we're out of the shop, what were you saying about the shroud? I don't understand. I was not understanding what you were saying.
It was a bad joke. We gave the new cloak to Vary, and then all of a sudden she's gone.
Okay, I didn't get
we
that.
buy- It's okay. It's okay. We buy a new cloak, we give it to somebody. Oh, there goes somebody else with our new cloak.
What, I don't know. Maybe it's cold where she is, and she needed the cloak. Anyway, let's go. We go to Illuminated. And-
Okay.
Oh, they close in an hour. Good thing we got here when we did.
So you head into Illuminated.
Hello.
Yes.
I was wondering if you potentially do discounts on like bulk orders.
In addition to the discount that I've already given for you not yet completing my dragon quest.
Working on it. Something came up.
For a month?
That's I'm just listen, there's a lot to talk about here. Long story short, you know how the flicker happened?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a month for you, it's been 1 day for us. Long story. I would love to tell you more about it when we have a second, but we're kind of dealing with the after effects of that, which is why I'm here.
All right. Well, what is it that you're expecting?
Well, I need 3 3 scrolls of protection from Fae, and I was wondering if you would be so kind as to maybe bringing that to just like a flat 500, if that's possible. You'd be doing a great service to us, to which in turn would be doing a fantastic service for this town. I'm not trying to, I'm genuinely being honest here that lives are kind of at stake.
I'll do it if you run a little errand for me while you're further north in Thamarwyn.
What is the errand?
I just need you to deliver a note to one of the regents. A nice regent.
Regent,
Yes.
okay. Who am I speaking to again?
This is Fen Falloway.
The bookkeeper who hates everybody.
Regent in. I looks to Alara. I mean, do you have a problem with that? We kind of need to go up that way anyway at some point.
How immediate is this note that needs to be delivered?
Well, hopefully you get it done within the year.
Barring any more flickers.
Got a point.
Well, we'll say this. And I'm not threatening you, mind. I'm just explaining that there are consequences to making a deal and failing to keep that deal.
Oh, we know.
Especially with a goblin.
Well, I don't think
will-
anyone's saying we're going to break the deal. It's just more about the certain things that are on our plate right now. How important is this against finding the people that have been going missing from town, missing time? There's a hag. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Where does this letter rank in the other things that we need to do?
If it's not delivered within a year, then I will place a bounty on you.
the fuck?
I'm okay. You know, weirdly enough, I'm okay with that.
Sure.
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 All right.
Okay. Who is this to go to?
Hold on. And she walks over to her little like book door, throws it open, slams it shut behind her, and you can hear just like rummaging in the piles beyond.
He kind of like leans over to Alara and just whispers, "I'm never fucking going shopping again. This fucking sucks."
Well, what's gonna happen if there's another flicker and 3 years goes by and it's been a day for us?
We're fucking wanted, I guess.
Then there's a bounty on our heads now.
I'll just pay the bounty.
All right. Take
At
this
this
to
rate.
take this
No,
to
go ahead.
the Summer Regent, and explain that it's from me, and they'll give you audience. And I'll know once it's been opened, so don't open it sooner than that.
I would never even dream of such.
All right.
Okay, and then 500 for the scrolls.
Correct.
I'm just gonna purchase the 3, and then just add the 40 gold back to my
Okay.
inventory.
That works.
Okay, I just put it's in chat. It says I want to purchase an item.
Yeah. Hold on. Is it this? Sorry, I'm doing math in a really lousy way. There.
Cool. All right. This is absolutely appreciated. We will make sure to get this letter as soon as we can to the Summer Court, Summer Regent.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Fan. Love you.
Ugh,
Like platonically.
I don't like it at all.
Thanks,
How about just
Fan.
like, hey, thanks, homie.
Ugh, goodbye. Just leave already.
All right, later. Just walk out of the fucking building.
Yeah, Alara ushers him out.
Okay, now for the potions. Do you want me to just go fucking buy these? Do we want to haggle for these ones too?
I mean,
Yes.
Fucking pigeons! No. All right, to Gearworks. I give one of the scrolls to Alara. I'll hand it to you in a second. I'll get it divvied out.
can I even use this thing? How does it work? And she's just kind of like flailing it around in the air.
It's a great question.
Anybody can use a scroll. There is like an Arcana check if it's a significant spell, just to see if you can read it correctly. But there's nothing inherently impossible.
Alara has no idea.
But you head over to the Gearworks.
To Gearworks.
Okay. You recognize a just a small owner, Orwin Black. You haven't really interacted with this person too very often. But they're sort of like, they've got a little feather duster out and are tidying up the shelves. This coat that they wear is like just like really long, so it's just sort of like a plume of feathers sticking out the end of the sleeve. But
Hello there.
you enter in. Gearworks is just, it's like a Lowe's, but full of, it's just like, you know, floor to ceiling shelves just full of different types of adventuring objects and fishing gear. Hello.
Hello there. Hi. I would like to purchase some things, and I'm wondering what sort of policies you have in regards to like bulk purchases.
Well, what
Oh,
is it
Shadow,
that
that was
you're...
hilarious.
What is it that you're wanting to negotiate?
We have a coupon here for
A coupon for 1 free back rub.
Whoever fucking laughed first broke me. I have a voucher here for 1,000 gold credit at any of the stores here in Amar.
Yes.
And me and my traveling compatriots are about to get into quite a sticky situation. One that, I'm not gonna lie, some lives are at stake. It's going to be very beneficial to Inamar if we can complete this without a hitch. And I was wondering if for the amount that this voucher pays for, if we could get potentially 3 of the superior healing potions.
So you're wanting it to be a voucher worth 1,500 gold instead of 1,000.
I'm willing to haggle, but yes.
How is this supposed to help Inamar?
I look to Alara and I give her a look of like, should I just say it?
She does one singular head nod.
We're gonna go fight a hag that might have about 24 people asleep in her clutches. That some of those residents might be the missing people here of Inamar.
Some are from here in Inamar. Minnow,
Yes.
are you familiar with Minnow?
Go ahead and do a persuasion check with advantage.
Why do I feel like Orwin never has his hands out of his pockets? Like the way he talks,
Yeah.
he looks like he always has his hands in his pockets with the high collar
He's just a chill
scrunched
guy.
up. Yeah.
I'll make this deal with you.
You
Got like a loose cigarette in his mouth with like 2 inches of ash just about to fall off, but just won't.
It never does.
There's somebody always following around with an ashtray, like trying to catch it.
You're like, oh.
Orwin heads over to the front counter and goes behind it and fishes out with gloved hands the 3 potions of superior healing and sets them up onto the counter, then holds out his hand.
He will hand over the voucher.
And he jots down a note that the value of it changed and then slips it into his little cash box.
You
Is there anything
are.
else?
That is it for us for now. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate this. I would not be asking such a steep thing if I didn't truly believe it was vitally important.
Well, I hope you get Minnow back. She's been missed.
That is our priority. We're going to
Good
go
luck.
deal with such. Thank you. You have a good day.
You as well.
I take the potions and give one to Alara.
All right. Do you want me to just purchase it and then give myself back the gold?
Yes. Or actually just purchase it and I can make it worth 0 in the confirmation screen.
Oh,
Is our party funds updated? I don't think so, right?
it should be.
No.
Hold on, I have to. No, not yet.
Yeah, because you need to give yourself the 500 gold out of the party funds for
Yeah.
the scrolls that you bought.
1949 minus the 500, so that gives us
849.
849
All right,
left.
I'll buy the 3 potions of superior healing, and then I'll just hand them out.
Okay. And then I'm gonna send one of these scrolls over to you, Vosti, because when I get back to you, he's gonna hand it off.
Yeah.
Oh, it says I can't afford them. Hold on. I'm broke.
We all broke.
Mm-mm.
you go, Vostai.
Like, oh,
Hell yeah.
Two,
Okay. So now all of us have a scroll of protection from Fae. I'm gonna go turn my light on real quick.
and 3.
Ha ha ha! Runs away with 3 superior healing potions.
Snaked ya.
What?
So, you guys have geared up somewhat. It's still like very early in the afternoon. What's your next step?
Is there someone who already has a potion of superior healing?
no. I don't think
No.
anybody had one.
Okay, so then who's not getting one?
Yeah,
Do
we might
not
have-
give me one. Everyone else, take one.
You sure?
I have a free 30 hit point heal.
Oh, you're right.
So,
Oh, did it give you all 3 of them? Yeah, it gave you all 3 of them.
Oh,
Take one, pass it along.
how do I do that?
If you...
oh, it's 35 now. Fuck, that's so...
On your sheet in the inventory, you should be able to just like right click and send to player, and it should give you an option to say how many.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
Thanks, big brother.
Uh,
Next step.
I think that's all the shopping we wanted to get done. So I think it's just back to the boys for what they're doing.
Okay.
wait, we have 849 party fund plus whatever gold we might individually have to potentially buy one more thing, like that cloak, or
Oh, whoops. Ignore that.
Yeah, I have that I'm willing to give if we find something that we need.
I forgot we had that doll.
Shh. Shh.
Wait, could that be something we give the hag?
I personally have 754 gold.
I have 580.
I have 659.
So
I-
we could. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Laura.
No, I have 0. Keep going.
You have 0?
Yeah, she just
Zero.
all that.
What do you mean?
No, I have 764.
Yeah,
Oh,
you should
okay.
get it all back because you just got to take it out of the
So
just
we
out of the
could
coupon.
we could potentially pool our money to get like one thing from Nira if we
We
wanted
could get
to.
2.
We could, but that's if we want to tap our funds.
We could
Yeah.
get that helmet.
Let's
Is it a
figure
helmet?
out what's the gold total. Say our totals again. So 849.
I have
Plus-
750 and 754 for me.
So add that. You're doing the math.
Hold on, let me get my calculator again.
I'm
Yeah, yeah,
calculating it. How much
Okay,
does Alara
849.
have? How much
Lara?
does Alara have?
7.
I have 764.
I have 580.
Okay, altogether
Six-
you guys have 2,947 gold.
You got mine.
How much did you have?
659.
3,606.
Okay.
3606.
By God, I want something magical.
I mean,
I
we
know,
could
we should
we
get
could
something
potentially
for
hook up
Alara.
3 people. But we
My
could talk about
glasses
that.
don't count, guys. They
Yeah.
don't count.
Well, over the
Sounds
over
like
the
fucking magic to me.
over the board, if we get the Fade Silk Shroud for Alara, she could potentially walk into the hag's house and just wake everybody
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
with Skivvy, like they could dual do that as long as the 3 of us are distracting her outside.
Do I
Like,
get
it
a
would give-
magical item?
Skip Rock.
It
say
would
that?
give it would give better options. It would give better odds of us trying to weaken her that way before we get into an actual fight.
Yeah.
And then she basically will come out of nowhere and the hag will literally not see her.
And forget it ever saw her, potentially.
Right.
Or did you mean me going in by myself?
No, I think
would
both.
include skiff rocks in that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you could split up and get more done.
Now,
Okay.
This is us completely talking above the
I'm
table because we don't. Yeah, we're
fully
this is like
metagaming.
mad as hell.
Yes, Gwen, you said now.
I was just gonna say, because Naira also pointed it out, true sight may render this particular item less than effective, but it doesn't mean that it will be ineffective. It just, because she can see through illusions, that might be a little fucky-wucky with this particular item's abilities.
So True Sight even sees through magical items?
Yes. True sight.
Oh, that's fucky.
What if we blind her?
I could try.
We carve her eyeballs out of her head.
Then as long as she doesn't have blind sight, you're good.
So there's not even a like you have to roll for it type shit. It's just True Sight. You see everything no matter what.
Yeah, it's rough.
Amen. Wow.
The separate abilities for this means there's potentially like some ways of being clever, because theoretically if Alara put it on and was noticed but then like got out of her sight, like she just hid behind something that couldn't be seen through, for example, then the hag would theoretically forget that she was there.
Okay. So she'd just have to do a lot of pop out, shoot, get
Not
behind
line of
cover.
sight.
Yeah.
Like staying out of her line of sight, yeah.
That's probably doable considering she's ranged.
Right. And it's in Naira's description of it, I'm just telling you because it is a lot of money that you're considering spending. The inability, once this has been activated, this inability for the creature to remember that they even saw you, that only lasts for a minute. So that's
Right.
potentially really good in a combat situation,
Yeah.
because then you have 10 rounds of
Right.
Mm-hmm.
not being noticed. But in a like adventure sneak around situation, that's a little
It
bit less
ruins it.
Useful.
Is that an activated type thing, or is that like she activates it at some point?
Yeah.
And according to the description, it's a one-time per long rest feature.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it occurs. The trigger for it is, she is noticed, and then she uses a reaction in order to activate it.
But that's only the forgetting portion. Otherwise, if she puts it on, she's invisible.
No, that's the whole thing.
That's part of it.
Yes. So the part of it that basically means that she cannot be perceived unless the target makes a wisdom saving throw, or succeeds on their wisdom saving throw, which is the other part of it. A hag tend to be wise. But if the hag fails this saving throw, or the target fails the saving throw, they're also unable to perceive you for a full minute, in addition to forgetting that they perceived you in the first place.
Right.
For the hag, it would be kind of like the Doctor Who villain, those like alien little creatures where with the hash marks, where you look at them and you're like, I see you, I know that you're here, but when you look away, you forget that they ever existed. And that's kind of what the experience the hag probably will have.
So it kind of is just a battle.
Yeah.
Sneaky cloak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
for what it's worth, I'm relatively stealthy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are distracting her outside, I
Right.
could sneak in with skiv rocks. I wouldn't be invisible.
You also
But-
have the benefit of checking for traps that he may not have.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Other than talking about whether or not we want to buy things with our combined pool,
Mhm.
it would be me and Dax looking for Barathas.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll an investigation or a history check.
Both of us?
You guys can split them if you would like to, or both of you do just the one. But for this, it's you choose which one you want to do.
Jesus, I roll so bad today.
You begin to look around for Barathas. You are reminded, as you guys are sort of like checking in businesses, looking in windows of shops and that sort of thing, that Barathas is from Western Inamar, which is on the coast, which
Oh, fuck.
is a
How far
couple
away
of
is
hours
that?
away.
Oh, God.
Not impossible to go and find him, to fetch him, but if you're wanting to go and get him and then head back into the woods, you are going to be probably getting back to the hag's cottage at dusk or nightfall. Or sleeping overnight and then setting out in the morning.
Well, now is it worth it? I mean, he's an extra body. He could potentially be more than just, you know, regular sailor man.
That gives us no chance to catch Lexus, though.
What do you think we should do?
I don't
It's
know
on
that
the way.
Time... No,
Is
it's
it on the way
opposite
to
way.
the? It's
It's the
opposite
opposite
way.
way.
If I don't know if the time is worth it for just another big body.
Unless that big body is more than capable and gives us a leg up. But you're right. I mean, we're down one.
I know.
And a pretty powerful person at that. Just getting a quarter of that back would be beneficial.
We can hope that someone we wake up there is combat ready, but I doubt it after how long they've probably been there.
Right.
Caw, Minnow, caw.
Yeah, unless Minnow is just a complete badass. God, wouldn't that be great? She'd be pissed. I'm very motivated to fight. I mean, that is an option. And I don't want you to use sending on Barathas, just because that's an extra. I mean, I can give you one back, but I'm definitely going to give myself a little
if
boost.
we really want to, then I can get a message through to him if we think it's necessary.
Let's find the others, since we just realized after they walked off that he's not here, that he's further away. Let's see if they think it's worth it and see how the shopping went. That's what we do, Gwen.
You guys all meet up in the street. You can see that they've got shopping bags.
Oh, Foe, come here. And Alara's flagging him down.
What?
Naira has this cool thing that maybe you would like, but we wanted to know if you wanted it because it's kind of expensive and we didn't want to waste money on it. Because I'm sure she has a no refunds policy.
How
Damn
much?
straight.
It's like 1,500 gold.
Oh, 1,500.
We could maybe talk her down. Since she knows what we're gonna go do.
What
But-
else? Does she have anything else that might be helpful for others?
I mean, she had this cloak thing that Val seemed kind of interested in. I don't know. I mean, she had some other stuff.
Right. Val? Are you...
Sorry. I was fucking talking to myself. What was I got that
What
detracted me so fucking
did
hard.
you? What about this cloak? Was it just the cloak and whatever she seems think that I might like?
There so you open up the page again. So there was the cloak.
Mhm.
There was the kind of barbarian amulet that she talked about that apparently had some downsides to it. But I mean there's a wand that I could use, but I don't think any of us can use that. Dak, and you don't use wands, right?
Not particularly.
No. So there was a
How much is the
amulet,
wand?
900. There was an amulet of health that she said makes one a little more strengthened in their constitution,
It
much
forces
was
your
that?
constitution to 19.
which is brolic for
Whoa.
somebody that wants to be a tank. So like you or me could benefit from that really well.
Yeah. How
Well,
much is
I
that?
guess 1100.
Oof.
So technically anybody could benefit from that, but it's, who do we want to give it to? So
I
right
would
now
pass on that because I'm already at 18 for Constitution. So
That's
I
all
would
my-
pass on that.
I'm at 15.
So 1,100 is the amulet, 1,500 is the barbarian thing,
And 1100
and then
is the
1,100
shroud,
for the shroud, and then 900 for the.
the wand,
wand.
but I don't think any of us can use the wand right now.
Obviously not, but I mean, we could potentially buy that if we're successful in this and get paid
Yeah.
any kind of an amount. I don't know. I don't even know if this
I don't
town has that money. What's 11, 11, 15? That's 37.
37.
We don't have enough, but we could do a deal. But then that's draining
That's
us.
depleting us, yeah. And I don't know if we're quite ready to do that. We could do 2. We could get the shroud for Alara, and then could Dakin benefit from the amulet? What's his
What's your con?
looking like?
It would give me technically just 1 point, I think. So I would get 7 HP.
Okay.
So really, it sounds like you would be the one to benefit the most from it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so, yeah. So I think it's either the shroud and the amulet or the shroud and the thing for Vosti, because it just says it's an unidentified equipment. I don't think we have a name for it. So what do we think sounds better? I think you fucking did, Glenn. I don't know. I think the thing for Vosti is probably better. Because wouldn't a 19 bump me up to a +4 in my multiplier? It would give me some more HP, but some more HP versus all the versatility that it gives Vosti. I think giving him the other thing would probably be better for this particular instant. There's nothing to say that we can't come back for the amulet at another time.
True.
So is that what we want to do?
I don't know. Dax, what do you think?
I
It'd
think
be-
we should get you the charm and get the cloak. And then
Yeah.
we can always get the other thing
The
after.
other
I'm
two.
sure maybe
Mhm.
we can sell her magic cauldron or some bullshit.
True.
We should also talk her down if we're getting 2 items.
I did say we'd be back, but we have to do it now before it hits 4 o'clock, because that's when she closes.
Okay,
And
the other
it's
thing
not-
that... Oh, what?
No. Go ahead.
Well, the other thing that we need to decide is whether or not it's worth going... We just realized that Brathis is in Western Inamar, which is 2 hours from here.
Fuck.
Right. So is it worth trying to get him? I mean, it's essentially we go in the morning at full strength and full capabilities at this point if we go and get Brathis, because otherwise we get him and we're going to fight her at night when most of the dreaming happens, and I don't think
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And
Fight
then
her
we're
when you're
essentially...
tired. Do that.
Huh?
Fight her when you're tired. Do that.
Yeah, and then we also are, like Dax said earlier, we're conceding Lexus, whether it's to being lost in the woods or to her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it is what it is. I don't think she's going to harm her, kill her. I mean, harm her potentially by putting her to sleep, but kill her, no. She needs her. She could use her. She doesn't need her, but she could use her.
What do we know about Lexus?
Well, she likes to get drunk whenever her loved one is gone for over a month.
But like, what does
When
she
promised
do?
by others. Oh. She helped
Outside of
around Madame's, I believe. Like
Was she like a
she
a
helped
fighter
Minnow.
in her day, or like was she kind of just there? Does she kind of just exist?
I don't
You
know,
guys
actually.
can make like an insight or a history check with disadvantage.
I seem to remember that she was blonde.
She
also-
was hot.
I remember she
We
had a
don't
tight
know
ass.
She was very hot. Yes, she had a very tight ass.
Can we focus?
I'm sorry. We're talking about her and I wasn't sure.
The point I'm trying to make here, you distracted me, Vosti.
I don't
The
know,
point I'm trying
Dax.
to make
Do you
here
have any
is that-
insight into the
Yes.
situation? God
He knows her grandparent lineage.
Yeah, we're talking about her tight ass and blonde hair, and this guy's like, she grew up in a small town, and
There's 2 things that you recall that may give some clarity into her capabilities. The first is that she wore a talisman for Idwa, who is known as the Hidden. She is the goddess of the Night of Illusions is her night. She's all about keeping secrets. She is worshipped by people who like to do tricks, thieves, spies, informants, people who are very interested in the truth. You also recall that she was very sure-footed. Like she was one of those people who kind of moved like a cat.
Okay.
Because my point is that we could, if we catch up with her, she's probably going to be the most willing to want to go in there and fuck this thing up. So if we can catch up to her and find her, I don't think we'll have to do much convincing of her. And if she can
we-
kind of take care of herself,
and sober her up for the night,
sober her up for
getting
the
ready
night,
for tomorrow.
it gives us the chance to get at full strength, and she's not going in there alone, and we're having one extra.
It could also be a reason to call the hag out. We have her Minnow's girlfriend pleading for her to give her up.
That would
Something
cause a
along
scene.
those lines.
That would definitely cause a scene to make her possibly come out. So I think, personally,
Alright.
I think we hightail it, try to find Lexus.
Can we track her? Laura? Dax, do you have means of tracking?
I
Not
could
today.
probably track her down, yes.
I could probably help you at least. I can look at if I catch footprints in the forest.
Do we want to go to Nairo's before they close to pick up anything? Or
Yes. I think we buy the things from Naira and we leave town, catch Lexus, stay in the house. Hopefully it's not destroyed. And Make our way to the hags in the morning.
I just had a really random. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I don't want you to forget your random.
Do I know that she had that amulet? Even if I don't know what it is, I remember that she had it.
Yes, she told you about it.
Can I cast locate object to see if that object is within 1,000 feet of us?
Oh, her amulet.
Yeah, the one
if you
on
would like
her.
to, yeah, if you'd like to, you can.
What is that? That was
You do not sense the Idwa amulet of Lexus within 1,000 feet of you.
All right.
Oh, it's only 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was going on the line that maybe she passed out after taking 10 steps after giving her the thing. So I'm trying to
She
make sure
tripped
we're
over
not
the
trying to-
curb.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure she's not still
It's
here,
just
kind of in the
wishful
area.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, her feet are sticking out of a bush.
And
She's just,
technically,
passed
it
out.
goes for 10 minutes. So while we're walking, if at any point it's within 1,000 feet of me.
All right, let's run to Naira's. Let's
Okay.
see if we can haggle down really quickly those 2 items. We'll run after Lexus and call it a night.
Let me have whoever's going to be doing the talking make a persuasion check with advantage, because I am assuming you are all helping out.
Got you.
Yeah, you're the
Big fucking
charismatic
money.
one. Holy.
Okay. And what is it that you're actually asking her for?
A deal on the cloak and the barbarian charm amulet thing.
Okay. And what is it like? What are you pitching to her?
How much is in the
What's-
total? Is that was that 26
yeah, what's the total?
26.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get it to like 23 would be awesome. 22, 23.
Okay.
Ask for 21. See what she says.
Go for broke, 2,000.
And even 2,600 gold off.
Okay. She will accept 2,000. However, she has something that she wants you to do for her.
Let's add it to the
Oh
list.
Like
yeah,
everything.
Let's do it.
Forgot
Okay.
to tell you
Checklist.
guys.
Oh yeah, we'll do it after this.
She will give you a pouch. The pouch contains a gate spell. It's very small, but it contains a gate spell that comes back to her shop, and she wants basically a 600 gold value item to get returned to her through the pouch.
At any time?
Mhm.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so then
Go ahead and make your purchases. I'll adjust the
how do we
prices
wanna-
before approving.
yeah, how do we want to do the funds here? Because we have the how do we want to divide it specifically? 'Cause we still
So-
have the 800, and if we're doing 2,000 even.
Yeah,
hold on.
so it's 2,000 minus 800. It's 49.
49. 1151.
Divided by 4.
It's 287.75.
You wanna-
I could throw 300 in.
Okay. Then what's the balance after that divided by 3? Well, how much did you have, Dax? 500 and something?
I have 580.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more than you then, because I have more than you. Not by much, but
minus 300. That's 851.
divided by 3.
$283? No, wait, hold on.
No, what?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
How? I guess that makes sense because you paid 3. Are we doing the math right?
I think I might. No, I think.
No, that's correct.
No,
Okay.
no, yeah, that's
So
right. Yeah.
basically, 284 is like the even split of everything.
So I will pay. I'll do 300 as well,
Okay.
just to keep the math right.
So
And
that
then, so between the two of
is
you.
275 and 5 silver for Alara and Dakin.
Okie doke.
Dumps the party funds.
You said 275 and how much silver?
5 silver.
Yeah, that's perfect because I still have 359 gold, which is stupid. I think that's actually perfect because I think all of us have around 300 left. I think Alara has a little more.
Yeah, 489.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
What was the Oh, go ahead.
I can't purchase the cloak because I don't have enough money.
I think she said she was gonna.
Yeah, I think she's gonna.
Adjustment.
Can you just give it to her?
Can you guys? Or I thought somebody was gonna pool all of the money together,
Oh.
and then I'll adjust the cost as you purchase it one by one.
So put 2,000. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I can put just another 2,000 in
I'll
my
do-
inventory.
I'll
it.
do
I mean, you
that.
could just-
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
or you could.
I know what to do here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 2,000 in my inventory
Okay.
plus, the little bit. Back in curios. Okay. And then I'm buying unidentified equipment. That's it.
Yep. Okay.
And then the fade silk shroud.
So he has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw for this thing.
To end the rage early. Yes.
Is a saving throw a check?
No. So a check is usually related to a skill versus a saving throw. But it depends on if there's like usually if there's something.
I'm asking
that
about
buffs those
strife.
things- Oh, gotcha. It would not
strife-
impact it. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that would just be ability checks. There you go.
Level, Level 4 of
Okay,
strife
Laura,
is
I just tried to
disadvantage
send
on those
that to
saves.
you.
Mm-hmm.
And then send this to.
Okay. And
Ooh,
I'm
it's
going to just make sure that it does require attunement.
Yeah, I'm gonna unattune to Pyro Converger.
Okay. And it's the Wrathfire Talisman. You should see it.
Yeah. Oh, is it
Can't you be attuned to multiple items?
3?
You can
but
be
I'm
attuned to
already
3
at 3.
things.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have any magical items. Well, that I have to attune to, I should say.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what?
Mm.
Technically, I have a ring of cold resistance, so I can unattune to that since this takes its place.
Mhm.
Also, I can dump the Mask of Illusions out of my inventory, right? I don't need that anymore.
Unless you want to keep it for like a souvenir.
memory's sake. Yeah, I'll keep
Mhm.
it as a souvenir.
How do I?
And I mean, it
edit
still
it?
functions as a mask. It's just not got the magical piece. What are you asking?
How do I unattune?
You just need to unequip it. So in the
Oh,
right side column, just click the shield. And then it should give you the ability to unattune. Let me take a look here. Yep. You had to go in and edit it. I'll go ahead and take it off for you. There you go. And now you should be able to equip the talisman. And then you might need to right click and edit it to actually attune to it. So technically you could have the ring also equipped still, just not attuned.
I may give that ring to somebody because I don't need it.
True.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Where's the? How do I?
It is. Oh, hold on. let me hunt for this. It seems to not be... There we go. It was just hidden. There you go. So the Wrathfire Talisman is set up for you.
Does anyone not have resistance to cold?
I'm good.
Do not have resistance to cold. I have
I don't
resistance to fire.
either.
Do you
You
want
can't psychically mess with me.
do you want this ring, Valerius?
I mean, yeah, why not? For now,
Right.
yeah.
I'm very committed on that one, brother.
Well, I mean,
Why does it say
I-
4? Do I have 4?
You shouldn't.
Why does it
Unless
say
there
I have
was, like,
4
a-
of these rings?
It might have been a dragging issue. Yeah, you do have 4 of those. Well, did you purchase them with the intention of handing them out to people?
Oh,
From somewhere?
maybe.
Yeah.
He's just been
Maybe?
hoarding magical items.
Yeah, I think that's
I mean,
the
I definitely
case.
purchased it from the store.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have gotten 5 because Dakin has cold resistance already. So I think you purchased them.
Okay,
in
well,
Cobra.
I'm gonna hold these out or send these out to people, I guess. Wow, that's me, guys. Me.
Do I want to be able to see or not be cold? I'll hold on to this. Thanks, big brother.
Welcome. All right, what with the... Well, I'll get that later. Let's get this fucking show on the road. I'm gonna write down later what our checklist on favors is. So have that ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right. Let's go get her.
Here's what's happening. We're going to take a break. When we return from that break, you guys will have been making progress towards whichever destination you choose. You can either head straight to the Hags or find Lexus's trail and follow that. They might be going to the exact same spot.
I think we're going after Lexus.
Okay. So you guys will be in progress on doing that. But for now, we will go ahead and take a break. So we're going for 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody.
Aye, aye.